Something major is happening at Boeing as the company is rapidly increasing hiring across all facilities. Airlines are watching closely while investors are paying attention. Here's what this hiring surge really means, especially for its popular 737 MAX jets. The hiring push is also a sign that Boeing sees strong future demand from airlines and wants to position itself for long-term growth. Simply Wall Street reported that Boeing's factory hiring surge tests production capacity and execution. The publication noted this represents a critical moment for Boeing's recovery strategy. This expansion could be a turning point for Boeing. By bringing in more workers and increasing production capacity, the company aims to reduce backlogs and improve delivery timelines. If executed properly, this strategy can help Boeing regain confidence from airlines and strengthen its position against competitors like Airbus. At the same time, Boeing is expected to invest heavily in training and quality control. The company must ensure new employees meet its manufacturing standards. If Boeing balances speed with precision, this hiring surge could mark the beginning of a strong recovery phase. Not just for Boeing, but for the broader U.S. aviation industry. Understanding why this matters requires examining Boeing's recent history. The company spent years in crisis mode. The 737 MAX disasters, beginning in 2019, devastated Boeing's operations and reputation. 2 fatal crashes grounded the entire MAX fleet globally. Production stopped, deliveries ceased. Boeing laid off thousands of workers as demand collapsed. Even after the MAX returned to service, problems persisted. Quality issues emerged repeatedly. Production rates remained depressed. Boeing operated far below its capacity. The COVID-19 pandemic compounded these challenges. Air travel demand evaporated. Airlines canceled orders and deferred deliveries. Boeing cut even more jobs to survive financially. Throughout this period, Boeing's workforce shrank dramatically. Experienced workers left. Institutional knowledge disappeared. Manufacturing expertise eroded. By 2023 and 2024, Boeing operated with a skeleton crew compared to peak years. Production lines that once hummed with activity sat partially idle. The company struggled to maintain even reduced production rates. Now, Boeing is reversing course aggressively. The hiring surge signals confidence in future demand. It demonstrates commitment to ramping production significantly. Airlines need aircraft desperately. Global travel demand has recovered fully from COVID-19. Carriers are expanding fleets to serve growing passenger volumes. Boeing's order backlog remains massive. Thousands of aircraft await delivery. Airlines are pressuring Boeing to accelerate deliveries. Every month of delay costs airlines revenue and growth opportunities. The 737 MAX program is central to this hiring push. The MAX is Boeing's best-selling aircraft. It competes directly with the Airbus A320neo family in the critical narrow-body market. Boeing aims to increase 737 production substantially. Current targets call for ramping to higher monthly production rates throughout 2026 and beyond. Achieving these production increases requires workers, lots of workers. Assembling aircraft is labor-intensive. Each plane requires thousands of hours of skilled labor. Boeing cannot simply flip a switch and produce more aircraft. The company needs trained workers operating efficiently on production lines. This is where the hiring surge becomes critical. Boeing is adding workers across multiple facilities. The Renton factory in Washington State, where 737s are built, is hiring aggressively. The South Carolina facility, which produces 787 Dreamliners, is also expanding its workforce. Everett, Washington, where wide-body aircraft are assembled, is adding employees. Boeing is not just hiring assembly workers. The company needs inspectors, engineers, technicians, and support staff. Quality control personnel are particularly important. This is where Boeing faces a critical challenge. Hiring thousands of workers is one thing. Training them properly is another. Ensuring consistent quality with a rapidly expanding workforce is enormously difficult. Boeing's recent history includes quality problems that stemmed partly from workforce issues. Inexperienced workers made mistakes. Oversight failed. Defects reached customers. The company cannot afford to repeat these problems. Every quality escape damages Boeing's fragile reputation further. Airlines are watching closely for any signs of manufacturing defects. This makes training absolutely critical. Boeing must invest heavily in comprehensive training programs. New workers need months of preparation before they can work independently on critical systems. Experienced workers must mentor new hires. This slows productivity initially as veterans spend time teaching rather than building aircraft. Boeing is reportedly implementing enhanced training protocols. New employees receive extensive classroom instruction before touching actual aircraft. Supervised work periods extend longer than in the past. Quality control measures have intensified. Additional inspectors verify work at every stage. Boeing cannot compromise on quality while ramping production. This creates tension between speed and precision. Boeing needs to produce aircraft faster, but the company cannot sacrifice quality to achieve speed. Balancing these competing demands will determine whether the hiring surge succeeds. If Boeing maintains quality while accelerating production, it is a triumph. If quality slips, it is a disaster. Airlines are watching this closely. They need aircraft quickly, but they need aircraft that work reliably. An aircraft delivered with defects costs more than an aircraft delivered late. Boeing's financial recovery depends on successful execution. The company needs revenue from aircraft deliveries. Higher production means more deliveries and more cash flow. But Boeing also needs to avoid the costs of quality problems. Rework is expensive. Warranty claims drain resources. Safety incidents are catastrophic. The hiring surge represents Boeing betting it can scale up successfully. The company believes it can train workers effectively, maintain quality standards, and accelerate deliveries simultaneously. This is not guaranteed. Many companies have tried to ramp production rapidly and failed. Quality suffers. Costs escalate. Schedules slip anyway. Boeing has specific advantages supporting this effort. The company has deep institutional knowledge despite recent workforce reductions. Experienced leaders remain who remember previous production ramps. Boeing's manufacturing systems are mature and proven. The 737 has been in production for decades. The processes are well understood even if the workforce is newer. Supplier relationships, while strained, remain intact. Boeing can coordinate with suppliers to ensure components arrive as production increases. However, significant risks exist. Supply chain problems continue affecting the aerospace industry. Engine deliveries, structural components, and electronics all face shortages periodically. If suppliers cannot keep pace with Boeing's production increases, the hiring surge fails. Workers sit idle, waiting for parts. Production targets remain unmet. Regulatory oversight also constrains Boeing. The FAA scrutinizes every aspect of Boeing's operations. Any quality problems trigger immediate attention. Boeing cannot ramp production faster than the FAA is comfortable approving. Regulators will slow things down if they see problems emerging. For the U.S. aviation industry, Boeing's hiring surge carries symbolic importance. It represents American manufacturing resurgence. It demonstrates confidence in aerospace's future. Thousands of jobs created benefit communities where Boeing operates. Washington State, South Carolina, and other locations see economic stimulus from Boeing's expansion. Aerospace is a strategic industry. The U.S. government wants domestic aircraft manufacturing to thrive. Boeing's success matters beyond just commercial considerations. Competition with Airbus adds urgency. The European manufacturer has dominated aircraft deliveries for years. Boeing needs to compete effectively to maintain market balance. If Boeing's hiring surge succeeds, it pressures Airbus. Airlines gain negotiating leverage with two strong manufacturers competing. Prices stay competitive. Innovation accelerates. If Boeing's hiring surge fails, Airbus strengthens further. Boeing could struggle to remain competitive in key market segments. This makes the next 12 to 24 months critical. Boeing must prove it can ramp production smoothly. Airlines need to see consistent deliveries of quality aircraft.